Genshin players have no friends? Dude, I actually think, wasn't that like why Genshin was made? Wasn't there like a press conference and they were like, this is for the game with like no friends, so you can have like your like waifus and friends, and then it's like a soul. That's why. Which means I don't think we're ever gonna get what I want, but it'd be cool. I don't think we're ever going to, but it would be cool. Maybe in version 8.0 when we get fucking Dainsleif and the Abyss and the quantum element is released. Okay, I'm gonna give you 30-second explanation as to why I think it's actually not a bad idea. One, you make it scalable difficulties, so there's like something that every player can do, and you give primo gems at the start, but then the later rewards don't have to be primo gems because the people that get that far would just want cool things to collect or stuff that buffs their account. And then 3, and this is the most important thing, or no, 3 and 4. 3, you don't have to like advertise it to anyone. Like it literally can just be like a bonus mode that people like, but it doesn't have to be like the main thing because story players are still gonna fucking play for the story, so it won't hurt the player base at all, and it will attract new players. And then 4, and the most important thing is wait, shut the fuck up, I'm getting distracted. No, how dare you support the stream? I'm sorry, I appreciate it. 4, and the most important thing is that because it's added, oh yeah, you can reuse a lot of content and dev time that's already been made. So for example, a lot of the events that are really cool, they end as soon as they get good. You notice this? The event's like, oh, this started to be challenging, this is fun, ends last day. The last day is cool. The first 5 days are fucking baby o'clock for fucking toddlers playing on their Nintendo Switch. It is what it is. I mean, it's not out, okay, no Switch, but you get the point. And it's cool. I like a lot of the events. I think a lot of the design of the events are amazing, but they're like 20 days only, 30 days only, 40 days only, 2 weeks, right? But imagine we get a really, like, they retake like the Labyrinth event. They make it permanent, scalable difficulty, hard with rewards. You could do it with your friends. Boom. That is very low dev time. Yeah, you'd have to like balance it a little, but it's already been devved. Boom. GG. And it makes money. Like, I would bet my life, I would give them my Twitch account if I'm wrong. I bet anything that it would be profitable. You think most people agree with you on that? Bro, I literally, Ziox endgame. I talked about this like 2 years ago. Well, 1.5 years ago now. I mean, I showed this on stream earlier. I literally made a video about this. MTash reacted. He was like, I literally yapped about this for like 20 minutes.
Not for everyone, but there's no real reason why they would not release other content similar to the Abyss, or perhaps even better, right? Like again, co-op dungeons that you can clear with friends, or solo content, or making some events permanent. Other than the fact that it might cause anxiety for certain types of players, but like that really isn't.
Shut the. Who's getting anxiety about the game? Come on. You know, it's like they keep saying it. Like, oh, maybe. Who?
Me. Okay, to be fair, I do, but only when it's the two fucking, like, the furry fuckers in the Abyss that, like, yeah, those two, the scorpion and shit.
The player base is getting anxiety about, like, oh, there's a tough enemy for me to fight.
Now, another thing that I didn't even mention in this video yet, but that is a pretty big slap in the face as well, is when they talked about the original Resin. There was a question asked in the interview, basically asking if there's a chance we get an increase in original Resin, or
I don't remember this. The fuck?
Basically just more Resin so we can do more domains, more content every day, and they basically said no. They pretty much just said a bunch of words that didn't make sense to just...
No mega lol.
Said, hey, we give you stuff in our events. Do our events.
Oh, anyways, it's been a while. This is definitely a copy pasta of all time. What is this?
I'm truly passionate about the game. I just feel like basically talking about this is important. This isn't me saying we should quit, but it's me saying we should at least complain and at least try to get better content and be concerned with the way things are going. Because if we want longevity in this game and we want to enjoy it and be able to actually use the artifacts we've been farming.
Giving negative feedback and complaining when the devs are disconnected from the player base is something that I believe we as players and content creators should do. Agreed.
What do you mean rare Zogs W? I've been having the same W's for like 3 years. People just act like I don't.
The issue, I'm going to tell you something, and this is going to really suck. The issue is the devs aren't disconnected. They're doing exactly what they need to do to make another $4 billion. Unfortunately, Ziox, because you and I, and there's 2,000 people in chat. I think a lot of people here agree. Some people disagree.
No, it's true. I mean,
the combat is not important to the majority.
That's why, like, I don't call... This is an old video. Like, I don't say shit like, oh, devs are disconnected. Because, like, realistically, it's... The game isn't made for people like me. Like, I love the game, but, like, it's definitely... Like, and I hope we get fucking endgame. But, like, I know that it's just gonna... That's not what is, like... on their priority list, and I don't know exactly the reasons why, but I know that it's not, you know, it's made for casuals. It is what it is. You know, I mean, I only bring this up because I really do like the combat system, and I just wish, like, I've accepted that I'm not gonna get some of the things that I want, but like, could you imagine if I could actually like display skill, like in like content where it matters? Like that would literally be like peak. Before I'm a dude, it's gonna come out when I'm a boomer. And I won't even be able to play. Like, I'll have like no reaction time. Have you done speedrunning stuff? I had the like. Okay, it's technically tied in Xiao mains. It's literally still there, but I got a faster one, but I didn't submit it because I didn't want to. I don't really feel like starting shit because I didn't like the old person that owned the. It doesn't matter. But I still to this day am tied for the fastest Xiao time in one of the old like Abyss clears when I used to speedrun with Xiao when the Abyss wasn't fucking disgustingly disgusting to speedrun. It was like the ruin guards and shit. For like 10 seconds. It was cool, but now I don't care. It's weird. I don't like speedrunning Abyss anymore. I find it cringe. Because it's like spam resetting. I saw someone like, okay, no disrespect because I love all Xiao mains. You're all the GOAT. But I saw this like one Xiao player that was like, insane Xiao time. And like every time he reset, he was like swearing. He was like full molding. Like, I get it. I've been there. It's just, I don't want to do that to myself. Like, I don't want to be like the like spam resetting, fishing for crits. Like, it is what it is. So is it efficient to use primos on Resin? Okay, don't get me stuff locked again. Isn't TCG an endgame mode? I actually think TCG, okay, no, it's unrelated to the main game. It's basically a second game, which is fine. If you like it, you like it. I think TCG would be a lot more viable if it had a competitive like ladder. Cause like you'd be like, oh, but people don't want competitive modes. It's like, sure, but like, what is the benefit of me being good at TCG? Like I go play in like a tournament. Okay, cool. But like outside of that, like that's it. Competitive ladder is stressful. It is, but like, think of it as like, okay, if I can't overcome my fear of clicking queue up in a ranked game, I'm probably not gonna overcome many of my fears in life. So take that as the first step. Look, I have ranked anxiety sometimes too, but just fucking queue it up. Just fucking queue it up. You just gotta do it, or just play casually. But like, you know, TCG ranked is so fun in general. Yeah. Legend Hearthstone player, by the way. No big deal. No big deal. No big top 100. No big deal. No big deal. Back when it actually mattered. Not anymore, you know, like years ago, you know, no big deal. Oh yeah, also what I don't like, the one thing I don't like about, okay, I think TCG has a lot of fun stuff, like potential. The one, and I like card games in general. The one thing I didn't like, oh yeah, but speaking of which, whenever the fucking Bazaar comes out, I'm playing that. But the one thing I didn't like is like, every time, I think I've queued 8 games of Genshin TCG and I've won all 8, and it always, or like 10, I don't know, and it always feels like I'm playing against like some like new person who doesn't know what the cards do. Like I feel bad. I feel like an asshole. Like I'm not trying to like ruin someone's day. Like it's like whatever.